Welcome back to Wax Pro Uncut. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Erica. And today we're going to be your summer survival guides.
Oh,
Summer.
I hate summer so much.
She really hates it.
And it's like, I'm born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona. It's hot here. That's like no surprise to anybody that that's miserable. But I feel like in the last few years, I don't know if my tolerance has just gotten lower. My threshold has changed. It didn't bother me. The heat never used to bother me like it does now. And I think the biggest shift is because I had kids and I have...
Maybe you're perimenopausal.
That's so funny.
No,
I just had this conversation with someone.
Yeah.
No, not even like it's I feel suffocated. I feel trapped. Summer is hard because my kids are out of school. I'm off schedule. I like to remain, and no matter how hard I try to like keep the wheels on the bus, the schedule is just like, it's all over the place. There's vacations, there's different camp schedules, there's different pickup times for each of my kids. Penny's doing one camp this week. I gotta lie, Penny's not doing any camps, but Bennett's camp is changing halfway through. Like, it's just, I have my dad, my mother-in-law, my sister all helping on different days to pick up my kids. It's just a lot of moving parts. I'm still trying to work and be a mom and entertain my children, and there's a lot of hours in the day. And everything is expensive. Mm-hmm. And then the seat burns your legs when you get in this car, and it's just fucking unrelenting.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I feel like the Grinch, or Scrooge in the summertime. And I a lot of our clientele, my clientele, or at least in the salon, like they leave for the month of June and July. So it's like, we're making the least amount of money we do out of the year are June and July. And then I'm also spending the most money to entertain my children, do camps, personally go on vacation, and it just feels really like there's
no balance.
There's no balance, and I feel insane. And I every year,
well, you are insane.
Forget.
Just remember that.
I know, but I'm like, I just feel so aggro, and it's hard. It's really hard. I just aggro.
Just wear it during summer.
Aggro waxer. But my clients are all coming in like, how are you? Like, are you going on any fun trips? And I'm just like, I hate everything. And they're like, are you okay? I'm like, no, not at all. I'm not okay. Lay down. It's just really, really hard. And we keep talking about like how expensive everything is. And like, I feel like a broken record. It's just every day costs $150 at minimum. You walk out the door and it's just like gas is expensive, groceries are expensive, the play places are expensive. My kids want to stop. Oh my God, I haven't even gotten to the squishy Nido, squeezy.
What is that? What are we saying?
If you're listening and you have children between the ages of 5 and 15, I actually don't know the cutoff when these kids stop caring. The kids are obsessed with going squishy hunting.
Squishy hunting. Is this like Pokemon
It's
Go?
Pokemon. It's like Beanie Babies. It's like Pogs or Crazy Bones. It's just the thing. The Labubus, like the children. The children want to go hunting for these squishies. So they sell them at Walmart, Target, Five Below.
So this is like a doll I'm thinking about.
It literally looks like a breast implant that they're playing with.
A fucking chicken cutlet? Like,
yes. So there's different brands. So Nido is one of the brands. Mm-hmm. And mind you, these things before they went crazy, they were sold between $1.50 and like $12 for the most expensive one. Now people are going and they're waiting in line and they're buying them up and they're selling them. You can't find them anywhere. There's lines around the building, people waiting to go buy them. They're adults buying them in bulk and then reselling them. Every store you go in now that I've talked about it, you're going to notice.
Plastic surgeons must be fucking killing it right now.
So Nido they have like little ice cubes and then they have popsicles and they have ice cream cones. They make them in all different kinds of shapes and sizes. So the kids want to collect them all.
Okay.
And now different brands. So now there's like Squeezies are a different one, and they have like a strawberry, cherries,
I
a banana.
swear to God, I've never even heard of this. This is crazy.
Well, it hasn't been on your radar. Now that we've talked about it, it's like going to be on your For You page. You're going to notice kids carrying them everywhere, but they want to go find them. So like Penny, my daughter, every single day, can we go to Five Below? Can we go to Five Below? Can we go to Five Below? And they want to go, and it's the thrill. It's the hunt of like, oh my God, Mommy, they have the banana. And I'm like, okay, you could get the banana. She has a tub of them. I should go get them at the end of the episode and bring them out, and she can do her squishy haul. She has the banana, she has the pineapple, she's got the ice cream.
And then you just collect them.
Literally just collect them. But they're like sensory toys. They're supposed to like, before, like my therapist has one that you can like play with and mess with. Kids would bring them to school.
Yeah.
But it was just like, now these kids want to collect them all. They want to collect them all. And I have talked about
how does that make you feel?
Terrible. I feel terrible. And now it's like, it's the one thing that excites her that she wants to go do. And I'm so over it. She's like, can we please go to Five Below? I have never been to Five Below. Before the summer, I'd been to Five Below one time. This summer, I've been to Five Below like 35 times. My dad has picked her up and he's like, what do you want to do today? And she's like, I want to go to Five Below.
Wow.
And they just want to go look. And she's like looking on the ground. They keep them behind the checkout counter now because people were stealing them. You'll see signs everywhere that's like 3 per person. You can't buy more than 3 because people are reselling them.
This is crazy as hell right now.
It's insane.
Wow.
And so at our Five Below,
Christown?
Yep. They got an in. Eric talked to the Five Below employee and she was like, we get our delivery on Tuesdays and Thursdays and we open at 10, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays we open at 9:30. If you drive by, there are 75 people in line waiting to get into Five Below. They open the doors, the adult waits in line, the kids run because they put the more expensive ones behind the desk.
Oh my
And then there's
God.
a section and
This
these
is
people run with
insane.
bags and fill. It's like Black Friday, what Black Friday used to be.
I have a new business idea. We've got to create something like this.
Neatos?
Something different.
Well, like,
that
it's
creates
gross.
this culture. That is
It's insane.
Yeah.
And like, in a year or maybe not even, I don't know what
It's a fad. It'll die off.
Yeah, but like they're mass producing these like stupid ass things that are just going to be
in the ocean somewhere.
It's disgusting. Anyway, okay, so the Neatos have ruined my summer. The Neatos, the Squishies, the Squishmallow. And it's funny because going into summer, I like told my husband, I was like, look, we have help. Like we've got free help between like our family members. I was like, I don't want to pay for Penny to go to camp all summer when like she can be with my dad and my sister and whatever. I've paid probably double what I would have for her to go to camp on these Squishies. Like I should have just sent her to camp and not taken her shopping.
Yeah, no shit.
It would have paid for itself by now.
I would have charged you half. Just
I know.
send her to my house.
I
for
know.
the summer.
Oh my gosh. So anyway, I just feel really angry all the time in summer. And it's going to change like it always does, right? Like the nights will start getting cooler and people will come back to town and my kids will go back to school and everything's going to be fine. Mm-hmm. But I just have this sense of like during summer, it just makes me so stir crazy and hot. And the other thing too is like, I don't have a pool. And so, I mean, growing up, like we lived in the pool. We woke up, we put our suits on and we didn't take them off until like we went to bed. Like we were in and out of the pool all day long. And because I don't like our friends that have pools, like that's their kids are either at camp or in their pool. And so I think that too is hard because we can go to friends' houses with pools, but it's just not the same. Like
No, it's not.
I would really like a pool. And I think we're going to buy an above ground pool, which is like really hard for me. It just seems like
It's not the same.
it's not the same. And it just seems like it seems so white trash. I'm sorry. It does. I just hate the way it looks. And that's no shade to anyone that has one. We're going to get one. And I just don't
It's
like
just
the way
Rachel's
it looks.
personal
Like that's
insecurity.
so stupid. And like they're so nice now. And like they've got pumps and filters. I don't like that there's nowhere to like perch. There's nowhere to be. You're either in or out. And I'd like to like sit with my feet in and I want to like my kids to jump in. It's like, I just don't like, and I shared on a previous podcast episode, I don't really like swimming. And so it just feels really like you're in it. It feels like a toilet bowl.
Yeah.
Like you can't, I don't know.
See that.
So anyway, we're getting an above ground pool.
That's great.
Lots to unpack here. My summer rant.
No, I'm glad the podcast is serving you well to get
A
this all
platform
out.
to complain more about summer. My poor clients are
But-
coming in. They're like, how are you? I'm like, you don't want to know. I hate summer. But
I think all of it's super relatable though. Like how many of our viewers are also moms that feel that way and don't want to say these things out loud because I'm not a mom. I can't speak for you, but I imagine there's a level of guilt of like keeping up with the Joneses
Yes.
and like going to the fucking water parks and doing all the things and making sure your kid gets to go to Rocky Point this summer or a beach or whatever. And it's so much money going out and so much money not coming in. The balance, there's no balance. So
There's no balance.
like the takeaway is you got to think about planning for summer as an esthetician, as a self-employed person, specifically in places like Phoenix, where it's so hot and there is major seasonal, divots. You got to be ready for that.
And it's just so crazy. And I think maybe Phoenix, and we should do a poll or like, I would love this to be an open conversation with our followers because I do think that Phoenix is different in that like people leave. Like if you're in like Vero Beach, like it's game time. It is the busiest season ever, summer. Myrtle Beach, if you're in San Diego, like summer is packed. Everyone comes there. It's beautiful. That's the destination, where like Phoenix is not the destination. Everybody leaves. So summer for us, it's like, oh, every client comes in. You must be so busy this time of year. And I'm like, no,
and
everyone's
in fact,
gone.
the behavior is very different too, because people are like at the pool every day or every weekend or whatever. So they're like shaving, and they're not waiting 3-4 weeks to, have their half bushes come home. So those people are like, oh, I'll see you after summer, because they're just gonna be shaving.
Well, and so it's, the inconsistency in the actual wax schedules, like the clients just start to fall off. It's like, I have clients that in May, they have places in San Diego or wherever else, then they're literally gone until their kids go back to school in August. And so they're like, I'm not going to pre-book because I don't know when I'm coming back into town, or
I'll be in Newport
for the summer. And I'm like, be nice.
Yeah.
I'll be here at 5 below.
Yeah. Hey, what's your childcare run out there?
So it's really hard. It's like I feel really inconsistent. And then those that do book, like the cancellation and rescheduling is insane, because people last minute are like, oh, we're going to go up to Sedona. No, we got tickets to go to the World Cup, which I just had one yesterday. And it's like, okay.
Right.
Don't mind me. I'll just be here trying to hold it down while everyone else is like doing all these things. And I don't know. It's just really, again, the inconsistency in the scheduling is so hard.
Well, you also hit on the month of May, and that's like huge. May is huge.
It's crazy. It's
homecoming.
Like,
it's prom. There's weddings. There's end of school year.
Mother's
there's
Day.
8th grade promotion. All this stuff is happening in May. So you have a huge May, and then you just
tank.
Really get kicked in the teeth in June and July.
Getting kicked everywhere.
Yeah.
I know. It's just so odd, the ebbs and flow.
But is it?
No, it's not.
We know this is happening every freaking year.
But why am I not better prepared then? I've lived here my whole life. I've been an esthetician
I don't know.
For years and years.
Let's dig deep there.
So this is my PSA to all estheticians everywhere, that you need to prepare for June and July. June and July are just so inconsistent. And we need to remember.
So May and December, those are the months when you think you're like, wow, I absolutely killed it. Whatever extra you make, so if you normally make, I don't know, I'm just throwing out a number, $5,000 a month or whatever, and you did $7,500, you take the differential and you put that away, because June's coming. And same thing with December. December's a huge month for us with all the holidays and end of year stuff, and
and then January is like not great.
Yeah, and January is slower. We know this. This comes every year. So what are we going to do about it to plan and be different, right? Summertime's a great time to promote for new clients, right? So like a promotion of some sort to get new clients in, because you actually have some gaps in your book. So you just got to think a little bit differently and take control of your schedule. And you can't always, right? Like you cannot control the last minute cancellations. I've had a lot of those lately too. And it's just like, I don't know. I personally don't do stuff like that. Like I plan my appointments out and I commit to them. And it's usually around my travel and my stuff. So maybe that's why. But yeah, the last minute cancellations are going to happen.
Well, and I think it's a good time too to like repost about your policies and maybe like do an Instagram story that's like, hey, with summer coming up, cancellations and rescheduling are, on an all-time high. Please remember my policies are X, Y, and Z, and doing it tactfully in a way that isn't like reprimanding your clients before they do something wrong. We had a mutual maybe ex-friend that used to go on stories and like do this rant. She was a solo esthetician, and she would be like, I just want to get on here and remind people. And she was yelling at her clients. And I would get clients of hers that would be like, oh my God, did you see so-and-so's story? Like she did like a manic tangent again.
Well, she lost a lot of clients.
All of her business because she was always yelling at her clients. So there's a way to do it that is tactful, and I think that resonates well with people, of just a reminder, like, here are my policies, and I know that some things are out of your control, but just remember my schedule is X, Y, and Z. My policies are X, Y, and Z. I'm going to be out of town, X, Y, and Z. Please plan accordingly. I think it needs to be reiterated a couple of times throughout the year. Same thing with like holiday scheduling of like, we're going into the busy season. Please remember that.
Or if whatever, close a certain day or whatever.
Just like the refreshers on social media for people.
Well, along the lines of refreshers on social media is things around sun exposure, sunburning. People just, I had someone come in recently who was freaking fried. Like
wanted to get waxed.
Yeah, arms, a guy. But this upper arm, I'm like, brosif, like, yeah, I'm gonna make you bleed. Like, this is crazy. I said,
like, how
absolutely
attached
not.
are you to your arms?
How bad do you? Yeah.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
like this would leave like a white fingerprint. So you got to remind your clients too, like about just things all of a sudden during summer, people like lose their minds. I don't know what's happening. But.
Well, so, okay, when you are slow, and this might come later in the episode, but we're like, what can you do over the summer when it's busy, right? Like, how can we better prepare for the rest of the year? And what are things that we can be doing with our time during the summer when we're not busy? Like, maybe you're still working the same schedule, but you've got big gaps in your days. Like, how can you make best use of the time when you're not busy? And so I think content, like you can use that time to create content, and even for the rest of the year, like record, stockpile a ton of B-roll, and then make your content specific, like to summertime. You could do a whole series of posts on like summertime waxing and length of hair, and here's why you shouldn't shave, and sun exposure and waxing. And so like things that are hyper like specific to the season that we're in, like those would all be great topics to create content about.
Yeah, and it's all like a mindset shift, honestly, because we could sit here and pick apart summer and how it sucks and this and this and that, and all of it's true.
Will.
Yeah, all of it's true. However, if you have that mindset shift of like, oh, hell yeah, I finally have time to maybe get new canisters for all of my, stuff. But you also got to be mindful of your expenses. So maybe that's not the best example, but any of the little things that you normally don't have time to do, what's your excuse now? Like, you've got all the time.
Yeah, you could like reorganize your wax suite. You could deep clean, all of the things. You could
empty your wax pot, clean the inside of it.
That's my existence.
Least favorite thing to do, but so necessary.
It's necessary.
Clean your vents, ladies. Please clean your vents. That's surprisingly a complaint that we would
like
get
the air
a
vent.
ton. Yeah, at the salons is the vents are dirty. If you've got ceiling tiles with like, water, what do you call it? Like
water stains.
I don't want to say
marks.
Damage, but marks.
I have one in my room, and people
replace
tell me all the
it.
time.
Look at your fluorescent lighting, all the details. Lay on your bed and look at your ceiling as a client.
Great tip.
Yeah, and then look at the corners, the baseboards, like all the things that you don't even have the time to think about. Now's the time to do it. But I want to also just give some practical tips around your schedule. You might want to shave off a day during summer. Condense your schedule so you're not spreading all your clients in 5 days. Maybe you're working 4 days and you have summer hours. Think about opening up earlier or staying open later than usual because it's freaking hot. No one wants to come in at 12:30, 1 p.m. Nobody. So, just consider making some of these tweaks if you're serious about, changing your summer business.
So I actually did that. I took Tuesdays off through the summer, and I'm a little bit worried about going back because now I like having it off so much. And so I wonder how that's going to go in April or August when my kids go back to school. Like I'll open it up, and of course it's going to be like slow again to rebuild it. And so, I mean, I don't regret it. It's just, I'm wondering what that rebuilding would look like. I like the summer hour idea though. I think that it's important just for everybody's sanity. It's like, you don't want to be sitting there waiting on people all day long with these big gaps in your day.
Yeah. I think one thing I have noticed about solo estheticians though, is like, we do come from a place of, our last episode was like EWC and the burnout and everything. And so you create the schedule that you want. And that's so lovely. I'm happy for you. But as a business person myself, like not just in waxing, but in general, when I'm holistically, observing a location, the first thing I look at is their hours of operation. Like if you're not willing to come in from like maybe 8 to noon and then later have a huge gap in your, middle of the day, 12 to 4, whatever, and then do 4 to 8, like, do you really want it? Because those are things that you got to do sometimes, especially if you're a newer waxer. That 8 a.m., like no one wants to wax at 8 a.m. Everyone I look at, their hours like 10 to 4.
That's me.
And then closed Saturdays and Sundays.
That's me.
And well, here's the thing. If you got a solid book, which you generally do.
Yeah.
And you
Not
book your
in summer. I should be there at 8 a.m. I'm not gonna, but.
if you are okay with that, that's fine.
But this is like
Do
a do
you.
as I say, not as I do moment here.
No,
but you're
for
right.
me,
It's like
I
how
take
bad you
them
want it.
anytime.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing about me. I work from home. My salon is now in my house. So if someone hits me, I take clients at 9:00 p.m. I don't give a crap. I'm already home anyways. I'm working on Wax Pro stuff. I'm up. And these people work like just different jobs that, you know, they're not your 9 to 5s. So it's just, what do you want? You know,
What do you want?
What do you want? You want to be booked, then you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And those are just some tips, some practical tips and things I've noticed. Some other considerations for summer. So this might sound like out of nowhere, but I was thinking like what irks me about summer. Definitely the leather seat burn on the back of the legs.
So bad.
My God.
Does your Jeep have leather?
No,
Is it
I
the
just
hybrid,
well,
like-
I just got a new car, and in that thought process, I had the option of leather, and I went fabric because I literally no, it's those little things in the
know.
day that lately I've been on this whole kick of like, if it doesn't make me feel good, if it's not like,
making me money or saving me money.
yeah,
Or
basically,
not burning my legs.
I'm not doing it. And I thought about the car. I was like, what pisses me off about the current car I had? And it was the fucking leather seats.
Yeah.
Like, it would really send me. Anyways, receiving a wax shipment where the beads are melted into a block, that sends me.
Yeah, so your wax is obviously being delivered to your house, so like they leave it outside. Where like that doesn't quite happen to me as much because I'm in a brick and mortar business.
Yeah.
So there's always, or a lot of the time, someone there that they can deliver it inside. But it's got like, you do notice the difference in wax quality during the
summer.
summertime because it's sitting on the truck, it's waiting to go on the truck, and it starts to melt together.
Yeah, it sends me. So what I do is
And you have to like with like an ice pick break it up and like
I put it in the fridge. I haven't had to put it in the freezer. It's not been that freaking melted, but I put it
in your fridge. Oh, you have like the little bags?
Well,
I'm trying to picture a 22-pound bag.
No,
like,
I do, the 22-pound. If you open my double doors, first of all, I have like 3 containers in my fridge because I'm on meal prep and I got rid of any
that
distraction.
is so funny.
I swear to
Chicken
God.
breast and wax.
No, it's like, yeah, it's like my chicken breast, my lean ground beef, and eggs. Like, those are my proteins that are made. And
Have you
everything else
ever
is in the
mixed
freezer.
up the wax?
Yes, I've been so hungry.
Like, what is this?
Yeah, a little cereal, little wax beads with my milk. But
I have to tell you something really fast, not to interrupt you. This is back to how much I hate summer. I like woke up, my son was hungry. I was like half asleep. I'm getting him a bowl of, he was obsessed with Greek yogurt. I served him a bowl of sour cream. I did not have my glasses on.
I was just going to ask you that.
No,
Were you wearing
and
glasses?
I put it in front of him. He didn't even eat it yet. I turned around. It was when I went to put the jar, the exact same
container.
size, the container back in, that it was the sour cream.
You're like, better no.
No, and he was like, look, I was like, don't eat that. And he's like, why? All freaked out. I'm like, all right, try it. And he like, kitten licks it. And he's like, ew, I think it's gone bad. I'm like, that is sour cream.
Oh my gosh, it is sour.
It is sour.
But
it is
back
not
to,
Greek
back
yogurt.
to
Yes,
wax.
let's go back
No,
to wax,
I
back to wax.
haven't mistaken it for my chicken yet.
Not
But
yet.
you could put it in the fridge, like literally just an hour, and then pull it out, and then use your little hammer or whatever to break it up. But
Use your hammer.
that sends me melted wax, or just like the consistency. Rachel and I both had a moment last week. This is a great opportunity to talk about this. We both had a moment last week where she was texting me and I was like busy waxing, and then I'm looking at my watch and I'm like, oh my God, me too. She's telling me, look at this wax. It's not melting properly. It's like, it looked like cottage cheese consistency. Mm-hmm. We're really loving the dairy today. Mm-hmm. Like bubbly at the top, and it just wasn't fully melting at the core. And this was a brand that we both previously had used a lot and promoted and supported. And so I was like, I thought it was me. Like, I had my wax pot on super hot to like melt it down fast. And I was in between clients and I was like, maybe the wax pot was too hot. Maybe it's the silicone liner. I thought it was me. Then my wax was crazy stringy. I mean, like spider web. I look like an idiot.
You look like you don't know what you're doing.
No, literally, there were strings all over me, and I was wearing all black, of course. Mm-hmm. It was just a hot mess, and I was so frustrated. I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's the wax because it's hot or outside or whatever. So you started having the same situation.
Yeah, and I received a shipment from this brand that we've posted about. You could figure out who it is. All of our videos are using this wax. I had the bright idea to combine two. So I've used multiple different multiple different kinds of wax from this brand. And I've historically mixed wax before and come up with some brilliant concoctions, if I do say so. And so this should have worked. It was a cream wax mixed with, what's the blue? Like
Azoline.
Yeah, but it's more of the like elastic. Plastic. Yeah. And so in the past, I've mixed two similar, and they've been great. So I mixed these two, and the wax was
shit.
It looked like cottage cheese. It looked like oatmeal. Like I'm stirring it. It's not melting. There's huge chunks in it. I'm laying a strip thinking like maybe the wax will melt within. It's not. It's like crack. It was a disaster. And I filled up my 10-pound pot to the brim.
Ugh.
I'm booked solid. I have back-to-back full legs. And thank God I had the pink Monsieur pot full of Nude You. Like I had it's like Dexter's laboratory in my room right now. There's like all these different waxes.
No, literally.
And of course it's the day that I'm like running behind. It was just like the worst day. I haven't had a day like that in so
Rachel's
long.
bad day started with she served her son sour cream for breakfast.
That was probably the same day.
Burned her legs on the hot seats.
No, it was so funny. Like I had Penny, my daughter was like, "You're having a really bad day." Like my crossbody wasn't zipped and it dumped all the contents into the side of my car. Like my car keys fell down into the side. I couldn't get my chapsticks down there. I walk in and like bang my elbow. I dropped my lunch. Like it was just that bad. And then I had the worst waxing day, and arguably I haven't had one like that since European Wax Saturdays. Like I was running behind, I forgot a client, so she's there, and now I'm double booked. Like double booked. I don't have enough wax. It was just horrible. Like it was really bad. And then I have this stupid wax concoction that like failed miserably. And so I'm thinking,
what'd you do with it? You dumped it?
I literally had to scrape it out. I had a like 30-minute gap that I'm dumping hot wax. It burns through like. It was so bad. It was just such a bad day. I started crying at one point, and my husband was like, "Are you all right?" And then are you hungry? I was like, "No, I'm not hungry.
I'm hot.
I'm hot." But so I dump it out, and then I have the two that I mixed, and so I ordered 22 pounds of both, and so I'm thinking it's fucked because I mixed it, and I shouldn't have mixed it, and so I clean it out completely, and then I fill it with just the one cream wax. No, sorry, just the one blue wax to the brim. Again, 10 pounds. It turns out that the blue wax is defective. It wasn't the mixture that was fucked up. It was just the blue wax. And so now I have yet again another full 10 pounds of wax that's not usable. So I'm mixing it, bring it to high heat. Does not melt through. The center was still this big clump. It's chunky, like it would not melt. And so I'm thinking I'm going to leave it on high or close to high, like overnight. Come back in. It's still fucked up. Like it was a bad batch of wax. Like we've used enough at this point that we know that it was just a bad batch. So I reached out to the brand and I said, "Hey, got a bad batch." First of all, they didn't respond. I had emailed them 4 times before they responded. I went through their messaging system on their website, and then I emailed them. And I sent the like inquiry form. Nobody responded to me. I called their customer service number, left a message. Nobody responded to me. Then I got on their chat, like, the automated, the live chat. And I was like, "Hi, I'm trying to get a hold of you. Like, I have 22 pounds of wax that's not usable. I've used wax from you for years. This is what happened. I have photos and videos."
Yeah.
And they literally told me to fuck off. Like I'm going to post the response on Instagram because it was insane. They were like, I should read it. I don't have my phone. It was like, "You don't know how to melt the wax. You need to bring it to a high temperature and then bring it down to a working temperature. Maybe a synthetic wax would better fit your needs if like you don't know how to melt down this wax well."
Wow, you are stupid, Rachel.
It blew me away. I could not believe the lack of customer service. And We've created content for this brand, and I did not expect special treatment. I didn't expect anything other than like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Let me replace it." She told me, "If you want to send it back to me, I'm happy to replace what you haven't used." I'm like, "You know what it's going to cost me to send back at this point, it's probably like 12 pounds of wax by the time I've now dumped 2 full pots." I'm like, that's not, to me, that wasn't a fair resolution.
No.
And just the condescending tone in which like, "You don't know." And she was like, "I've attached a list of directions of how to melt wax down properly." Like, oh my God, yes, you're right. No, I had no idea I needed to bring it to high heat.
Based off of their Google reviews, their number one complaint is customer service.
Well,
so I'm not surprised. I think it's shitty.
I'm disappointed.
I think you should also know customers that order with you very frequently. I don't know. That's an interesting scenario. And the thing is, like, we're not here to, slam them.
Yes, I am. Oh no, I very much am.
Well, I think they had an opportunity to do the right thing, and they didn't, which is why we can talk about it. But had it been resolved, then it wouldn't even be a talking issue.
Well, it makes me sad because I don't want to recommend them. All of our videos.
We already have. That's what makes me sad.
Yeah.
It's like we sent, 25,000, 35,000 people have exposed, like they could see.
We've used this wax for years on and off on all these videos.
All of our courses were built with that wax. So I'm excited to announce we have a new partnership. What the future of Wax Pro is going to look like with said partnerships, super exciting. So, there's a major win here. And ultimately, we just want to make sure that you guys are using the right wax, that you do consider temperature when your wax is being delivered to you. There could be things that go wrong, but if your wax provider does not do right by you, and this is someone you are investing your hard-earned dollars into to provide the service to clients that come to you, there are so many wax brands out there. Like, customer service is a big part of it. So, like, we have gotten feedback about like, oh, well, you guys use a lot of different waxes. You don't have to be married to one. You absolutely need to have a backup. Look at what happened to Rachael. Had she not had the New Dew backup, what would have happened? You would have been screwed for your day.
Oh, I would have had to cancel my day. It was not usable.
Yeah,
I couldn't even lay it on
just
people.
customer service, super important when you're choosing a wax provider, and have your backup wax because shit happens. Even when you're a wax pro and you've been in the game 15, 16, 20 years, things can happen for sure.
Or even like a malfunctioning pot. Like there was a time early in my career that my wax pot like crapped out, and I got there and it wasn't on. Like I flipped it on, got my day ready, and then I went back to stir. It's hard. It's rock hard, and I was like, oh my God, had to cancel my day. So like having backup wax, I think, is a good.
Yeah, it's crazy that there was once a time that we both only had a 10-pound wax pot.
And that was it.
With one wax formula.
I know.
And I think that's just an old habit from EWC. It's just like, that's what you did. But now it's like, I also had a backup wax in my scenario with all the stringy stuff going on. And that's what saved me that day. But I don't know, that formula was really shitty. And it just so happened to be the same brand and the same day. And I'm like,
we're very in sync.
Yeah, what are the odds though? It's super weird, but
I do think that like summertime waxing considerations though, everyone needs to remember that like your clients are going to come in super hot. Everybody is hot and sweaty and their body temperature is high. And when your body temperature is high, the wax feels a lot hotter going on. And so there's a lot more complaints in the summer of like, wow, that feels really hot. So coaching your clients through that, maybe lowering the temperature, dealing with the strings, like, I mean, I crank my air down as low as it can go, and it's still not enough. Like, I do feel like I'm fighting my wax during the season way more than any other, and that drives you nuts because it's just like there's strings, your client's hot, you're hot.
Yep.
The needles, and it's just
back to the needles.
Like PTSD.
Yeah, and I think we could really wrap this episode by just reminding everyone that every season serves a purpose, and that's not just quite literally the 4 seasons, but every season in your aesthetic career serves a purpose. There's a building time, there's a retention time, there's a rebuilding time, and there's a scaling back time too,
Rest.
Yes.
It's time to rest.
Time to rest. For us, it is.
Yeah. I would just like to say I'm about to go on a 2-week vacation, and I think I'm going to be fine when I get back from that. I need to get out of the heat. I need rest.
Yeah, you need little
R&R. I need a cool breeze.
I need a Tito's and a little trip down to Colombia.
Yeah, that would get me right.
That will get me right.
That will get me right. Well, I think that's all for our summer episode, no?
Next episode coming to you from Colombia. See you then.